Sister Rachel has a testimony, and I think it'd be good for us to hear it. I haven't heard it yet. I just heard about it. So I told her, when I heard about it, I said, I want to hear it, and the rest of us want to hear it. So if you could share what's on your heart, that would be awesome. Maybe I'll ask you a couple questions to go along with it.
Okay, yeah, I think it's on. Well, thanks, Matt, for kind of getting in me in trouble here, but that's okay.
It ain't trouble.
Yeah, so a few months back, he was preaching on dread and learning to love everyday life. And at first, I'm like, yeah, that's not me. I don't deal with that. And then coming home from youth meetings, like the light bulbs just came on, and I was like, whoa, I have a lot of dread, and I am constantly looking for the next big thing in my life, like the next weekend, the next big thing. You said a meetings tomorrow, whatever, and I was missing now. I was missing today, and because when you dread, you're living in the time that you're dreading, and you completely miss today. And so coming home from youth meetings, obviously I was gone, so the work had stacked up, and I had this humongous week in front of me. And the first thought that wanted to come to my mind is, Rach, you ain't gonna get enough sleep, and you're gonna have a bad week. And I started dreading it, and I was like, not happening, because the light bulbs had come on, and I was like, that is not how that is gonna go down. And so I stood against it, and I mean, yeah, I had a lot of work. Yeah, I didn't get much sleep, but there was peace and there was joy, and I had a good week. And yeah, since then, I've just been contented, loving my life. There's peace, there's joy, and yeah, I don't dread tomorrow. So,
I like to ask her a couple questions. So, what happened at the youth meetings that?
I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
I don't know, just something about the weekend when I came home, the light bulbs had been turned on. So
Wow.
I'm not exactly sure.
Wow.
But I knew that I think I'd started seeing that I was not loving everyday life a little before, and so it was kind of in the back of my mind, and then I'm not exactly sure when during youth meetings it happened, but.
Wow, interesting.
Because I love milking cows. It takes a special person to like milking cows. But, like, I don't know. I shouldn't have to dread my job, though. Like, I would, because there are nights I don't get more than 3.5, 4 hours of sleep. Yeah. And that is not fun. It's still not that fun.
Correct.
But I don't have to dread it. And another thing that was catching my attention was, so in the 4 hours of sleep that I get, some mornings I would wake up in the direct middle of that, and I couldn't sleep. Even if it was for 4 hours, I couldn't sleep. I would randomly wake up, and then I was like, well, I'm wasting my precious sleep time here. And so I was like, there's something wrong with that.
Wow. Anyone else got any questions for her?
Through the teaching, that's when you figured out that.
Yeah.
Do you realize, I don't know if any of us realize how many Christians are not living everyday life. And it's not a slight on any of us here, but it should be a hope and an opportunity to see hope in the future.
Yeah, another thing is like the contentment that comes through. Like I literally just get giddy with joy doing about everyday household stuff. I just like, I don't know, there's something to loving your life that I did not know was possible.
Wow.
And it's been really amazing.
So did something turn on the way you view yourself in that whole process?
I wonder about that.
Gotcha.
I think so.
So you became contented maybe with yourself, and that led to that?
Yeah, it's quite possible.
Interesting.
So what would you say to others that know that they're dealing with?
I don't know, it's worth it to go after it. Because there was, in the middle of that week, so I was during this really crazy week, it was on Monday, no, we got home on Tuesday, it happened. And then like later that week, I wanted to get down on myself, and I did, dread. And I I wanted to go there, and I went there for a little bit, and my peace and joy went out the door. And I was like, So I would say it's worth fighting, and it's worth putting up a fight to have the results that I have. And like, now that it makes it so much more worth it when you actually, like when you've tasted, and like when you have the victory, it makes it that much more worth fighting for, if that makes sense.
So describe peace and contentment in your everyday life the best you can.
Just quietness and calm, and
Yeah.
just not being, I don't know, uptight maybe. Just like, I don't know, you're at rest.
Kind of like what the Bible says.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyone else? Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Give her a hand.